So looking at imaginary numbers. So what happens when you take the square root of a negative is that it turns into an I. So when we solve any problem at all where we have a square root, we're going to have to take out that square root of -1 and then add an I to all of our answers. So look at this first one, the square root of -9. So I can write that as the square root of 9 times the square root of -1. That's just like a rule that I'm allowed to do with radicals. When I do that, what I end up getting is an answer. The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of -1 is I. So the answer is plus or minus 3i. Looking at the next one, this will be a little bit more complicated. I can divide this into 72, the square root of -1. 72 doesn't have a clear factoring, so I'm going to do a little factor tree. 8 times 9, 2 times 4, 2 times 2, 3, 3. I got 2 pairs, 2 die, 2 on the outside. So this simplifies to 6 square root 2, but then I have an I. So to fully write this out, it would be 6i square root 2. Don't overthink this. The more you overthink it, the harder it's going to be. You're just solving radical problems and then adding an I. If you see a negative, that just means that it's imaginary and that I has to live there, so we know that this exists in the imaginary plane.